Today I'm doing some testing of some trips around France. We're going to the Lozère department and traveling to Sainte-Enimie. So let's dive right into the English one and get going. So I'm testing today just to make sure that it's functional as we're about to release these trips. I don't speak French, just so you know. I might struggle with some of the French words.
Today we're going to be exploring a lovely village in the Lozère department called Sainte-Enimie. While we explore its quaint streets, we'll discuss its interesting geography, as well as the legend of Sainte-Enimie, who the village is named after. Sainte-Enimie is part of the Beaux Village de France. This is a French association that was founded in 1982 to promote and preserve small, picturesque rural villages with significant cultural, historical, and architectural heritage. Take a look at the cobbled streets here. The stones are arranged in patterns, but it isn't just for decoration. The stones are placed with their edges pointing up to make the road less slippery and to make it easier for carriages to carry loads on hilly ground. These streets are called calade.
La rue pavée.
La rue pavée. Close. La rue pavée.
La rue pavée.
As I said, I don't speak French, so I'm going to struggle to get the pronunciation correct.
Sainte-Enimie is in the modern administrative region of Occitania, which is named after the larger cultural and historical region of Occitania. This historical region covered the southern third of France and had its own language and unique customs. The language of Occitan, sometimes also referred to as Provençal, is a Romance language spoken in southern France, Monaco, Italy's Occitan valleys, and the Aran Valley in Catalonia, Spain.
Wow, what a view. Turn the music off, now it's repeating.
Sainte-Enimie is situated in the heart of the Gorges with the Causses de Cévennes to the north and the Causses to the south. The Causses are a group of limestone plateaus that form part of the Causses and Cévennes UNESCO World Heritage Site. The site was given UNESCO status in 2011 because it has more than 3 millennia of agro-pastoral history. The agro-pastoral system is a combination of crop farming and livestock herding. We'll explore the World Heritage Site in more detail in 2 separate trips.
Wow.
Large gorges have been cut through the courses by rivers such as the Tarn, Joly, Jonte, Lot, Vis, and Aveyron. If you're an ancient language nerd, you might be interested to learn that course is an Occitan word, meaning limestone plateau, and it comes from the Latin word calx, which is limestone or chalk. Here you can see the Tarn River, which is a major waterway that flows through Sainte-Enimie, shaping the gorges and valleys that are a defining feature of the massive central region.
La gorge.
La gorge. Oh, well, I got that right.
The Massif Central is a highland region in south-central France, consisting of mountains and plateaus. It covers about 15% of mainland France, including the Causses and Cévennes. You're looking at the Garabit Viaduct, a historic arched railway bridge that crosses the Truyère River. It was built to carry a single-track railway line from Paris to Béziers, through the challenging terrain of the Massif Central.
Le viaduc.
Le viaduc.
Le viaduc.
Le viaduc. Close. I really do struggle with French though. I cannot get the vowel sounds. I'm too London, me. I'm too London. Can't speak French proper. Need to move to Paris for a bit.
The Garabit Viaduct was designed by Gustave Eiffel, who is best known for designing the world-famous Eiffel Tower in Paris. At the time the viaduct was completed in 1884, it was the world's highest bridge and had the longest arch span. It has been a listed historical monument since 1965. Let's head back to the medieval village and listen to the legend of Sainte-Enimie.
Does look like the Eiffel Tower, given that bridge version.
In the late 5th century, Clotaire II, king of the Franks, ruled a northern land. He had 2 children, Enimie and Dagobert. Princess Enimie was very beautiful, and many noblemen wanted to marry her. However, she was devoted to God and refused the suitors her father chose. Enimie prayed for help to avoid a forced marriage and stay pure for God. God answered her prayer by giving her leprosy, a serious disease that ruined her beauty forever.
La lèpre.
La lèpre. Good, I can say the leprosy. Got all the important words. There is key cultural and historical words given, but some of them are more useful than others. Leprosy, perhaps not that useful.
Enemy,
Useful
now
for the
disfigured by leprosy
story.
and free from suitors, kept doing good deeds. Her illness made her parents sad, and no doctor could cure her. She prayed to God again, and an angel told her to go to a place called Beaux, where shepherds would lead her to a healing spring called Beaux. Énimie travelled a long, hard journey to Beaux. She bathed in the Beaux' cold waters, and was miraculously healed. But on her way home, the leprosy returned. After her third visit to Beaux, she realised she had to stay in the area forever, so she could spread God's message to its people.
Temporaire.
Tempore. Wow.
Temporaire.
Tempore. Yes. The joy. Oh, I should look what it means. Temporary, that makes sense. Tempore. Wow. Dragon.
Énimie lived alone and performed many miracles. Bishop Hilaire made her the leader of a convent for both men and women in the village. According to legend, Énimie battled a dragon, who was really the devil. She couldn't catch him, so she asked the rocks for help. There was a huge landslide, and big stones fell into the river. The dragon escaped through a small gap, injured but alive, and returned to hell. This is said to have happened at Padasusi. Today you can climb to the viewing platform on the top and admire the rock garden at the bottom, with the rapids and the beautiful canyon around it.
Wow.
When Énimie died in around 628, her brother Dagobert, who was now king, wanted to take her remains to the Saint-Denis Basilica in Paris. However, because of a trick by the princess, the remains of her goddaughter, also named Énimie, were placed next to the French king's instead. Her actual remains were kept in the village, which was renamed in her honour. The Notre Dame de Gour church we've been exploring was built in the late 13th or early 14th century, and contains many valuable objects. These were luckily not destroyed during the French Revolution. The Tarn River, which flows through the village, forms dramatic gorges and valleys in the surrounding landscape. We'll spend more time exploring and discussing the wider region in a separate trip about the gorge. The Beaux Spring, which cured Sainte-Enimie's leprosy, is located just a few minutes upstream from here. Today you are not allowed to jump into the spring, so its healing powers remain a legend.
Le source.
Le sauce. Oh, I know what that means. The sauce. Jean de Florette and Manon de Sus. Two great French films that I do enjoy, but very much with subtitles.
Parts of Sainte-Enimie seem to be unchanged by time. Wandering the streets is like stepping into the past. In the Middle Ages, every street and square was named after the trade or activity that took place there. On market days, here in Butter Square, farmers sold their goods, especially butter made from sheep's milk. This kind of butter is now mostly made in Roquefort. It has a gentle taste, so it's not used for cooking, but goes well with sheep's cheese.
Le lait de brebis.
Le lait de brebis. No. Le lait de brebis. Oh, not bad. I'm skipping that. I pluralized it, but I do that a lot. De brebis.
This square used to only be used by men, for trading and selling farm products. Cereals from the limestone plateaus were traded for wine, fruit and walnut oil from the gorges. The Benedictine monks made the most of the uneven slopes of the gorges by growing things on natural stone terraces called face. It was difficult work that could not be mechanised, and had to be done manually, which meant it would not last forever. Today, only about 500 people live in Sainte-Enimie. The village's inhabitants are called Enimiens and Enimiennes. About a third of the properties are gîtes, which are rented out in the summer months.
Gîtes. Gîtes.
This is La Rue de la Privadanche. Its name is not linked to a trade, and there are a couple of theories about where it comes from. Some say it's from the Privat family who lived there in the 18th century. Others believe it relates to privata, a medieval Latin word for lavatory, because the street was used for sanitation. Over your left shoulder, you can see dark marks on the beams of a special half-timbered house. These might be from a fire or a smoking out method that was used to stop diseases like cholera or plague. The Black Death caused great harm in the region from 1721 to 1723, but luckily, Sainte-Enimie was not affected. On the doors of some houses, you can see 3 acanthus leaf thistles, also known as carlines or cardabels. This flower is believed to predict the weather and keep away evil spirits.
Nice.
Let's finish our trip today at this lovely vantage point, with views of Sainte-Enimie and the River Tarn. I hope you enjoyed exploring this plus Beaux village, discovering its geography, medieval streets, and the legend of Sainte-Enimie. There are 2 other trips in which we will explore the Causses and Cévennes UNESCO World Heritage Site. We'll visit the gorges around the Tarn River, and we'll explore the agro-pastoral culture and practices. Join us then.
Well, that was really good. Enjoyed that a lot. Hello.
Hello.
Well, yesterday we had an amazing day. It was very, very busy. We saw 3 different places. I'm not sure I can remember them all. Like Bless, Blau, yeah. Trying to remember. It's got us, yeah, Blau. Yeah, okay, move on. And now we're in Sainte-Enimie, which is like another incredible medieval village. All of these towns were medieval, and yeah, it's in the middle of this incredible gorge.
and it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. So yeah, today we're going to be exploring more of the gorge, and I hope you enjoyed the trips to the other 3 towns because they were incredible. It's probably our favourite places so far in France.
Definitely.
So yeah, enjoy today as we explore more of the gorge, and enjoy the trips from yesterday as well. See you later. Bye.
That was a nice little final message from me to you. So yeah, this is Dynamic Languages, French trip to Sainte-Enimie, as you just saw. I sped up the audio for the English. So it's also available in beginner French and intermediate advanced French. So I'm just going to check beginner French now. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'm going to just click through and check some functionality. Yeah, so there is music, that's good. So you can skip scenes like this. See the controllers, you can see everything you can do as well.
Aujourd'hui, nous visitons un petit village de Lozère appelé Sainte-Enimie.
Just going to turn that down, but good that the subtitles are working. You pull this up. Aujourd'hui, nous visitons un petit village. As I said, I don't actually speak French, but bonjour, je m'appelle David. And that looks like, yeah, anyway, I don't actually speak French, and we probably need to improve the speech recognition. But here we are. Well, I've turned the volume off. Let's skip this. Just want to check a few things for beginner French. So you'll notice that the language spoken, I should turn some volume on, shouldn't I?
Sainte-Enimie se trouve en Occitanie, sa histoire et sa propre langue. La langue occitane est parlée dans certaines parties de la France.
So yeah, that works. I want to check the scene, the image, just to make sure the image is loading properly. It was a bit later, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay, so it did load. Took a second.
Énimie menait une vie religieuse au village
Okay.
et accomplissait des
So yeah, you can turn off the speech recognition if you don't want it. You can also activate the text. You can do that on the controller as well by pressing X. Just press, well, this is the next scene, but yeah. Okay, this looks to be functioning fine, so let's turn the volume up.
Énimie est morte en 620.
Go back, do the final check of the advanced, and then we're good to go. This trip's ready to release. As I said, I'm more doing a test, just running through the app rather than actually making a tutorial video or anything.
Aujourd'hui, nous allons explorer un charmant village du département de la Lozère.
As you'll see, the intermediate advanced is much more complicated, and you do have translation there if you need it to English. It's much more complicated, the intermediate advanced, than the beginner, and also the speed, as you may have heard,
de France. Il s'agit d'une
Much
association
faster.
française fondée en
much faster
1900.
than beginner, where it's slowed down. You can make it even faster, but let's not do that. I certainly can't understand it because I don't speak French, and we got subtitles you can turn on and off. Okay, I think this is working as well. Just going to check that scene with the image. Oh, need to close that. Okay, next one. That was close. Nearly got it. Okay. Let's just...
Accompli de nombreux miracles. L'évêque Hilaire lui
Okay,
confia
perfect. So that's working perfectly then. Sainte-Enimie is ready to go. And so we've got loads of trips to France. Today I'm just testing. You can see I've already tested them once, but I'm going through them all again. Now they've been corrected. We're releasing a series on the Department of Lozère with this place here, La Ville. My French pronunciation is awful, I apologise. And then the Causses and Cévennes National Park. We visit this town, Sainte-Enimie, where you just were, and the gorge, and also some animals. So I'm going to do these as separate videos, and I'll release these later. I've already tested this and the video kind of failed, so hopefully this video will work, and then you'll see the next two as well. And yeah, we filmed all over France. You can see that. Got a nice shape there of our places. See all the thumbnails here, and we'll be releasing some new ones soon, such as the Strasbourg and Conversation. So lots to come in French, and yeah, see you next time.